Hi everyone. First of all, before I started our presentation about project-based learning, let me introduce myself first. And actually, we are very grateful to be given this special opportunity to share what we have done in our school. What we have done and experience in our school. So we would like to share about our project. So that is project-based learning entitled My Little Me is special for the first grader. But before that, let me introduce first myself and my partner. So let me share screen first. Okay, then good. So yeah, thank you, Mister.
We see it.
Okay, so this is our project. It's about My Little Me. This project is for first grader. It's presented by us. My name is Alfasetya Euodia Febriantari, and she is my partner. She's Trefi Afliana. So actually, we are a teacher. We are teacher from the Mamulia Christian Elementary School. This is our school, and it's located in Surabaya, Indonesia. So that's all about our profile. Now let's start it with the presentation. I will started with the background, why we choose this project first. So let can we say thank you to this pandemic? Because of this pandemic, we can find this project. So we all know that at the end of 2019, the world started to face the health crisis because of coronavirus, right? This pandemic has changed everything, especially in education. So the victims of the coronavirus are increasing, especially in Indonesia, so that we must take preventive steps or preventive action, I mean. And then in the middle of March 2020, in our city, Surabaya, all of the students started to learn from home, which means we had to do distance learning. Actually, we are not ready yet. Without sir, there wasn't any school ready at the time to deal with the situation. So based on the condition, we tried many kinds of learning method. We tried this and that, joined some webinars to learn more, and then finally we came to project-based learning. So next, why we choose project-based learning? So after applying distance learning in March to June 2020, we observed, analyzed, and found out that our students started to get bored with our old method, I mean. So one of the reasons for that was the assignment received by students were monotonous. So their interest in learning decreased. So you can see they are our students. So here, this is our research. Project-based learning, we believe that the project-based learning brings learning alive to the students. In other words, it creates enthusiasm, and then it's also develop deep content knowledge as well as critical thinking, collaboration. In this case, with their parents, and then creativity and also communication skill. Project-based learning can also improve students' confidence as they are assigned to make and present their own story related to the project. In this project-based learning, we combine synchronous and asynchronous. So in this project-based learning, we divided the process into three steps. And then the first step was asynchronous learning. So based on the definition of asynchronous learning, the learning process does not require real-time interaction. Instead, content is available online for students to access according to their schedule, and assignment have to complete it on deadlines. In the beginning of the project-based learning, we uploaded the video tutorial first, and we post activities students had to do on the first day of CISAO. CISAO is our learning platform. We use CISAO to assign the project or another assignment for students. Okay, and then the students could access all of the materials online according to their schedule. So these are our activity on asynchronous learning. It means on the first step. So we are watching videos. I mean the students or our kids watch two kind of videos. The first videos is about prior knowledge about their body parts which related to the theme of the project. And then the second video was a tutorial one. So we gave them a tutorial how to make that product. And then the next activity, students made puppets as the mini version of themselves using materials provided. So in this process, it means when the students made puppets, if they had problems in this process, the first step that they have to do is they have to solve the problems by themselves. Then, if they also ask for help for the mentor on students care session by Zoom. We also open the student care session for helping the students who cannot solve the problems. And also when we see that our students give up with their project, so we give them motivation. So that's in asynchronous. Next step is synchronous learning. Synchronous learning happens in real time actually. It means that we as a mentor and our students interact by Zoom. We use Zoom in these learning steps. And then according to the schedule. So here are our activities on synchronous learning. The first activities, we did project discussion in big group and small group. We use breakout room in Zoom. And then we doing the worksheet together, but the worksheet was posted on CISAL previously. And then after that, we as a mentor, we explaining about how they do the final result of project-based learning. And also we always motivating our students. And then, so comes to the final steps. So this is the final steps. The students have to upload videos of their presentation on CISAO. This is our learning platform. In that video, students have to explain about their final product and also how they could solve problems during the process. So that's all, Fiona, with this presentation. Fiona, thanks, it's yours. Thank you.
Okay. So, Trefi?
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, next. The name of the project is My Little Me. So here are some parts of the booklet. From this picture, you can see the booklet cover and also a worksheet that student had to do. One of the worksheet is about body parts. So here the students had to fill in the blanks with names of body parts correctly. After that, they made a simple drawing of themselves, then wrote their favorite body parts. What they did next was they made dolls based on a picture of themselves they had drawn before. So here's the detailed process. Firstly, the student watched a tutorial video about how to make a basic doll, only a head, two hands, and two legs. Then they completed the worksheet. And next they design the doll. For example, oh, I must add hair because I have long hair, or I want my doll to wear a school uniform. In other words, they could add anything they wanted on the dolls, which were actually representing themselves. So what I told you just now is actually a synchronous process. Then the teacher and students meet together online. The students were divided into small groups so that they could be more focused. Here, the teacher could ask the student about how they did the worksheet, how they made the basic doll, whether it was difficult or not. And the teacher also gave some lessons like you might be different one another. Everyone might have different types of eyes, nose, but we have to be grateful for what we have. At the end of this synchronous process, the teacher also guided the students to make a good presentation. Okay, for the learning points, students are able to know themselves as the creation of God, and then students are able to know names of body parts as well as its function. What about the assessment? The assessment is taken from worksheet, from the final result of the dolls, and then also from the students' presentation. You can see here that they could make creative dolls, and at the end they made a short presentation video telling about the dolls, their body parts, and also how to take care of them. So next slide, miss. Okay, what we want the student understand by doing this project is that they know they are unique creation of God and each of them is different. It's very important so they could learn how to be grateful of their appearance or circumstances and not to compare themselves with others. And they also know which private body parts that must not be touched by others. It's also important as a way they can protect themselves. From this project, the students learn many things and they also enjoy doing this project. They were very excited. How about teachers like us? We also learn such as different learning approach and also how to guide the students without blaming them as they is no right or no wrong in how they design the dolls representing themselves like that. So I think that's all from us. Thank you for listening to our sharing, Mr.
Wow, that was a very engaging project. The kids must have loved that. I loved watching it. The dolls were adorable and the self-awareness at such a young age. Great job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So,
Yeah, congratulations, colleagues. I think it has been a great job. And you know, you addressed something that is really important. Like, I think nobody was ready for this situation that happened in March, and especially education. So the first steps that most educators took or most schools took was trying to do the same thing that we did on the classroom, but online, and that didn't work, especially with small kids, you know. So you identify this and you are presenting us a very powerful lesson for all educators in which we need to reinvent education. And you put all of these elements about the true essence of learning goals and learning by doing, you know, on how to have your kids engaged. Because first graders, imagine if you just like overwhelm them with just you know, distance, online, traditional education, they're not going to learn because they're going to block themselves out. I mean, even adults, we block ourselves after like such a long time of not being engaged. So I think it's very valuable what you did about taking a step back and rethinking what do we need to do to make education effective, right? So very, very valuable. And the idea about, like Jim said, like the self-awareness of getting to know themselves and the parts of the body and their function by making their own goal, that pretty much makes them feel owners of the process. So I think this is a very powerful idea, Lee. Congratulations.
Empowerment, exactly. Thank you
Thank
for that.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
so
sir.
no, congratulations, and we look forward knowing on what you're going to keep on doing with your students. So very good job. Thank you for sharing. I think this is a very, very powerful project.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Thank you for being here.
sir.
Bye
Thank
now. Bye.
you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.